This is the video for tracheostomy care. So you would verify in the patient's chart what type of trach they have. Make sure it's a patient, you get the right room for the right patient that has the tracheostomy. You would head to the patient room. Hello, Mr. Blank. My name is Trisha and I'm with Respiratory Care Team. We are going to clean your trach in the area around your trach today. We want to keep that clean at least twice a day. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Can I get your name and date of birth? Okay, do you have any questions for me regarding the cleaning of that? Okay, yeah, I know it's something you typically do, but we're gonna go ahead and take care of that today. So I'm gonna wash my hands here first, make sure my kit is readily available. We wanna keep this as sterile as possible. We would have a little container with hydrogen peroxide and either sterile water, distilled water mix, and then we would have just a little cup of regular, the sterile or the distilled water separate. So then you would also have your Q-tips for cleaning, a little brush to clean the cannula, your gauze pads, and then new ties and a shield. Mr. Blank, we could also use a towel. We would place a towel across the chest, or we would place I'm gonna get my gloves on here first. I've already washed my hands. We're gonna place these gloves on. Okay. And then we would place the dressing or a towel right across the chest so that we don't get the patient too wet. Mr. Blank, I don't want to spill my water all over you, so we'll keep that there for your protection. So the other thing you would have is you would have suction attached to the wall. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to suction the trachea. So you're going to remove, there's a plug here, you're going to remove that, and you're going to go ahead and turn on your suction. Go ahead and suction that out. Make sure that's all suctioned out good. Discard that. Then we would untie, and I'm going to keep a finger on the trach at all times. And then we have untied the ties and we've removed the old dressings and discarded them. So then if we have a disposable cannula, we would throw that cannula and have a new one ready to place back in once we've done the cleaning. Otherwise, if it's one that is not disposable, we would have our second one ready. The first one we would remove, we would clean with the sterile water, the hydrogen peroxide mix, in through the cannula, out around the cannula, and then we would follow with that rinse of the saline sterile water, distilled water. So we've cleaned that cannula, we've set either the disposable one is there ready to use, or the new one we have set aside, and we have a non-disposable new one ready to go. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to clean in and around that stoma here. So you've got your Q-tips and that peroxide sterile water. You're going to clean one side at a time, in and around this area here. Cleaning around the stoma. You may go through a lot of Q-tips here with this. You just want to use one per area. And then you're going to kind of clean kind of around that area. You're going to come back and do the same thing with just the sterile water on the end to kind of rinse it out. If there is any debris, you gently clean that debris. Then you want to replace your gauze or your dressing here. You want to make sure you have the one that's pre-cut, that already has a cut in the middle. If you would use a regular gauze pad, sometimes there's little strings. We don't want those strings to get down into your airway there, Mr. Blank, so we would use the pre-cut one. So you would go ahead and let it air dry first, and then you would replace that gauze there, making sure that that stoma and that is securely in place yet. You would remove the old ties. You would grab the new tie, and you go ahead and tie that back up. Make sure that is good and secure. Mr. Blank, do you have any discomfort, or is there anything I can change with the ties that feel like it's a good fit and it's not too tight or too loose? Okay. All right, so we've done that care for today. We'll come back and we'll do that later this evening, or one of the nurses will take care of that, but you'll be expecting to have somebody clean that for you twice a day while you're here. Okay? Thank you.